Hi, this is Trent Chapman with Short Sale Genius. And last week I sent out an informal survey to you guys to kind of find out how many of you guys have heard of SendOutCards, how many of you are using it. And the reason I did this is because I'm always asking myself, what's working in my business and what can I do better? And I identified that in my business, I'm not too good at lead conversion and follow-up. And so I've been looking at systems to do that better. Now honestly, I've actually had a SendOutCards account for 5 years, but I've rarely used it. I'm kind of like a third of you that said you've heard of it, but have only used it occasionally. I've not been very good at being consistent. And so I'm trying to look at systems to improve my business. And we got a lot of good feedback, a lot of emails from people that were sharing what's working for them and some suggestions. So I want to share with you today a couple of the emails and the suggestions we got from other real estate agents and how they're using cards and mailers to follow up with their clients and to convert more clients. But first off, there's kind of a battle. There's 2 agents that responded. Both had said they had 40 years in the business. So these are longtime agents, very experienced. And one was saying the complete opposite of the other one. So the first one said that I only use handwritten cards. Those robo-cards will never work. I got to do personal touches with my clients. Now that's true. Personal is better than a card that's printed out and sent out. However, there is a benefit of having a robo-card, as she called it. This is from Butch. She said, if SendOutCards had been available when I started in business 42 years ago, I feel that I would have doubled or even tripled my income during the last 42 years. So he's claiming that if he would have had this service back then, he would have double or triple the income over his lifetime of being in real estate. That's a pretty bold statement. So I want to share with you a couple of their concerns that people had. I got a lot of emails. And the first one said that mailing by hand is hard for them because they have to have good handwriting. And I personally am kind of like this person. My handwriting's not too good. And so I wouldn't do it very often because of my bad handwriting. Another person said that they can go to Party City and for 49 cents each they can print out a bunch of cards and then they can hand address and hand write the cards at a cost of only $1 a piece. That's great. The handwriting definitely is better than the printed cards, but it's only about a 6 cents difference. And the problem that I have with that is that I'm not very consistent with handwriting cards, and with the automated system it goes a lot quicker and a lot more often. And I don't have to drive to the store to buy that, spend my time to handwrite stuff. Now, granted, I'm not going to try and compete with someone that's sending out cards that are handwritten with a printed card, but there's some trade-off there as far as time and also the money that it costs as far as the time that you spend. Another one said that the SendOutCards is well-meaning, but it lacks that personal touch. They prefer handwritten. Again, a very good point. But if you're like me and you're not really consistent at doing things, then good is good enough. So here's my argument. If you can do handwritten cards and you're consistent, do that. That's the best way to do it. I'm not going to argue with that. But if you're not consistent like me and you don't have the time or you don't feel like you'll be consistent if you did do it or you had an assistant do it, they might stop or forget to do it, then an automated system is better. Now here's some ideas that some agents gave us of how they're using cards in their business to generate more business and also to cultivate relationships. This is from Melanie in Walnut Creek. She uses it for just listed and just sold, for, let's see, home previews, for lead generation to NOD list, referral thank you gifts. She sends out cards and gifts through SendOutCards, for anniversaries and birthdays. So those are quite a few different areas in which we could all use it in our business. And you can do SendOutCards or a different service. I personally am looking for any other service that just works as good as SendOutCards. I'm not committed to one service like that. A lot of people gave me emails about how it's a multi-level marketing company and how dare I send out an email about a multi-level marketing company. Now, I was not trying to get people to start using SendOutCards. I was asking who's used it. And if you read my PS in the email, I was asking what other services you use. I'm still interested in finding out, is there a better service out there that's automated and just as inexpensive to keep my business going? Because I'm not consistent with the follow-up there. We got another one from Donna in California. She sends out cards for thank yous for when they just list their home, Thanksgiving and Christmas, so holidays as well. And then we have Tom in California. He uses the Keller Williams 8x8 program, 8x8 test program, and he also uses it for flyers that are converted to a card to send out to the client. Also, he uses it for short sales, for new listings, just listed. Like when he gets a new listing, he'll let the area know I have a new listing and send out the postcard or the cards within a radius of that new listing. All right, we have Pete in California also. He sends out a card when he has an upscale home for open houses in the neighborhood. And then he also, when he has a new buyer that gets their offer accepted, he'll send a picture of the buyer in the home saying your offer's been accepted, kind of like a congratulations. Valerie in California, she uses it for when she gets a referral, she thanks the referrer for that referral. Also thank you card, just a general thank you for her clients doing business with her. And also she has a congratulations card she sends out when there's life events. Say a child is graduating from high school, or they have a play, or any kind of an anniversary or birthday. So she uses it for relationship building as well. Now, like I mentioned before, I'm always looking for ways to improve my business. And for me, lead generation is okay. I do good at that. But lead conversion and follow-up is where I'm kind of weak. So I have a system basically where I'm using SendOutCards, where I basically go on my phone here. I can go in here, and if I have an appointment with a client, I click on the appointment, and it sends out a card automatically to remind them of the appointment, what to bring. And let's say I meet with a client, and they don't list right away, either because they're looking at doing a loan modification still, or they're not quite ready to short sale, but maybe in a couple months once the NOD is filed. Then I put them in one of these campaigns here, and it automatically starts a follow-up with them and sends them out cards so that they get a card that's kind of pushing them along to making a decision to come work with me. So since I'm not good at it myself, and I know my staff's not perfect, and they may forget to send out the cards when they're supposed to, this is an automated system that I use now through SendOutCards to make sure that the cards go out consistently, and I have a campaign already pre-written, and I just do a couple clicks on my phone and it's done. And along with that, I also have it connected to an email system, so I'm sending out emails and cards to the client to convert them to a listing later on down the road if they're not ready right now. Now, for us in real estate, that's probably where most of our money can be found, is in our current leads that we're not converting. Now, if you're not converting them but they need to sell, then someone else is going to convert that lead. So if we're not following up with people who are not ready today, we're losing money. And we kind of relate this to a tree. If you have a tree in your yard that has fruit on it, some of the fruit is ripe now, and some will be ripe in a month or so. But if you just check once and you never come back to that tree, a lot of that fruit's going to fall to the ground and rot. And you're not going to make money off of your clients by helping them, providing them a good service, if you're not consistently in front of them, because they'll find someone else because you just talked to them once and then you didn't follow up with them again. So for me and for you in this business of real estate, lead conversion and follow-up is very important. So that's why I wanted to get this conversation started about what do you do in your business, how do you use cards to follow up or to convert your business, your clients to listings. So down below you can go ahead and comment and share with us what you're doing to convert more of your listings by following up with your clients, what other systems you're using. If there's something better than SendOutCards, I'd like to hear about it. I'm always looking for better ways to interact with my customers and convert my prospects into clients. So go ahead and comment down below, share any ways that you're using cards, any ways that you have a follow-up system that works better, or if you're using some other service that's like SendOutCards and preferably not attached to a multi-level marketing company, please share with us. I'd love to find out what else is out there that can provide a better service for me to better follow up with my clients. Thanks again for watching the video, and also remember to comment below and share any ideas you have to help us out as fellow agents to work with our clients to convert more of our leads into listings.